I'm sure you must be surprised seeing me at this time of the day, today, unannounced. Yes, this is supposed to be a surprise for a great, one of the greatest Africans that ever lived. Today is his birthday, and I'm talking of no other than Professor Wole Akinwande Soyinka, otherwise known as Wole Soyinka, or WS for short. I'll be taking you through a lot this afternoon. If you have the time, I hope you have the time. Exactly 86 years ago, Professor Wole Soyinka was born. And I have joining me, the first man to join me right away is my main man, one of my closest friends, is a famous actor, as far as I'm concerned, #1 actor in Africa. He'll be joining me to speak about Wole Soyinka and his work and the play in which he acted as far back as I think 1986. So I'm happy to have him right now. I don't like calling him Mr. I think by now he's not a prince. A prince, he should be a chief. Mr. Richard Mofe Damijo. He will be joining us somewhere along the line, but I know he's watching right now. Thank you so much. I will turn my camera to see the books, to let you see the books I've selected from my library. All these books were either written by Wole Soyinka or about Wole Soyinka. So I will take you through a lot of the work. I mean, I don't know of anybody in Africa and probably beyond who has done more for literature and society than Wole Soyinka. So that is why this afternoon I decided that yes, we must celebrate him. We must celebrate our icons when they are with us, not when they are gone. And then we begin to shed crocodile tears. If we don't appreciate them now, then we are hypocrites. So where do I start from? I'll just pick the books at random. I'll pick the books at random. Okay. Soyinka is best known as a playwright because he wrote so many plays. He wrote a few novels, but I would say his plays made him famous, and I would explain each and every one of them that I can lay my hands on. There were two novels that I read when I was in school, The Interpreters and The Season of Anomy. Unfortunately, I've been searching my library. They might be in my library in Ghana, but I have most of the other works. I have probably all his biographical work, his autobiography, Ake, Ibadan, Shara, all of them. I have them in the house, and so we'll be talking about them. I'll be joined by a few dignitaries somewhere along the line who will be able to talk to us about their encounters with Professor Wole Soyinka. Most of us encountered him when we were in school. I think my first encounter with him was reading Abiku, his poem. In vain your bangles cast, charm circles at my feet. I'm an Abiku calling for the first and the repeated times. Yes, that was the first thing I believe I learned about Wole Soyinka. I must have been in Form 2 or Form 3 at that time, being taught by a great woman, a great teacher, Mrs. H. Sutton at St. John's Grammar School. Okay, this is Wole Soyinka Collected Plays. This is the part 2. I'm sure the part 1 will be somewhere. Some of his books are so vital to me that I bought them 2 or 3 times. You won't believe it. I bought A Play of Giants 3 times, but I wasn't sure if I still had it. So anywhere I came across A Play of Giants, I just bought it. You know, to be sure that I have them. Same thing with The Man Died, which for me was the most controversial book when we were young. Everybody spoke about The Man Died, how it was banned, and I think the fact that it was banned by the government of the day, I think it was the government of General Gawan that banned that book, and then it was a subject of litigations between him and some of the actors he mentioned in the book, the political actors. Wole Soyinka had a running battle with our politicians. He wasn't satisfied with the way Nigeria was headed, and you can see the results till today. Nothing seems to be working perfectly, but we won't give up. We'll continue. So in this collection, we have The Lion and the Jewel. I'm sure most of you must have read The Lion and the Jewel. There is Kongi's Harvest. There is The Trials of Brother Jero. There is Jero's Metamorphosis. And there is Mad Men and Specialists in this book. So let me see. I bought this book, you will not believe, on the 17th of December, 1986. Can you believe that? Yes, 1986, 17th of December, 1986. That must be how many years ago? About 34 years ago. I'm sure I have books that I bought much earlier, because 1986 was when I started my master's degree in literature in English at the Obafemi Awolowo University, formerly known as University of Ife, and later christened the Great Ife. Yes. So if you have anyone from Ife in those days, you would have also encountered Wole Soyinka on campus. He was a very distinguished lecturer. His composure always marked him out. We had some great scholars, poets. Two of them also joined us at Ife. One was from Uganda, Professor Okot Bitek from Uganda, and Professor David Rubadiri from Malawi. So let's see. Yes, feel free to write whatever you know about Wole Soyinka. Feel free to write. We'll read out some of your comments. So I'm just writing now, happy birthday. So you remember in 1986, he was the first African to win a Nobel Prize for literature. So it's not easy to be a Wole Soyinka. And despite his brilliance, he was busy fighting for the good of his country. So that is why we are here to celebrate him and celebrate his work. You can tell us which of his works you've encountered, you've read, you hope to read, the one you bought. So it would be fantastic if we the Mike Adenuga family. That's so sweet. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. I know that Dr. Mike Adenuga Jr., a man I call the spirit of Africa, loves Professor Wole Soyinka to bits. He loves him. He's a great, in fact, he practically prostrates to him. I've never seen such a humble man. He once hosted Professor Wole Soyinka in Ghana, and I was there that night. And I mean, the moment he walked in, he just went, bent down to greet Professor Wole Soyinka. I've also met Soyinka at the Spirit's House in Banana Island, whenever Dr. Mike Adenuga was hosting his special guest. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Yes, I am searching for someone. This is so nice. We'll be playing some music,
Happy birthday to you. On this occasion of yours. Happy birthday to you.
Many happy returns.
Happy birthday to you. On this occasion of yours. Happy birthday.
Many happy returns.
Congratulations. Happy
And
birthday
the
to
songs
you.
have not even opened.
Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you.
Congratulations.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. On this occasion of yours. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns. Happy birthday to you. On this occasion of yours. Happy birthday to you.
Many happy returns. Yes. I'll be showing you some of the works of Wole Soyinka. This book I'm about to show you again was released in 1989. I had just finished my master's degree at the Obafemi Awolowo University. And this book was signed, autographed for me by one of the greatest authorities on the works of Wole Soyinka, Professor Biodun Jeyifo. Yes, he signed it on 27/11/1989 for Dele Momodu. Greetings and solidarity, Professor Biodun Jeyifo. Yes, that was my teacher. I used to go to his house practically every day. And he lived like a communist. We could go into his kitchen and eat whatever we found there. These were the guys who inspired us, and we're eternally grateful to them. We had many great scholars in literature at the time, in dramatic arts. Dr. Yemi Ogunbiyi was in Ife. We had Professor Kole Omotosho in Ife. We had many great scholars. Professor Oyin Ogumba was in Ife. Yes, my lecturer, Dr. Chidia Muta, Dr. Adebayo Williams, Dr. Funsho Ayejina, Professor Rokpo Shikoni, We had so many. Yes, let's have King Sunny Ade sing for us about birthdays.
Congratulations on your birthday today. Celebrate, we wish you happy birthday. Ọjọ́ ìbí ṣe pàtàkì ó ṣe kókó. Ọjọ́ ìbí ṣe pàtàkì ó ṣe kókó. Ẹni ọdún bàbá láyé ó yẹ kó súnmọ́. Ẹni ọdún bàbá láyé ó yẹ kó súnmọ́. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí mo bá ẹ̀yọ̀ okú oríire. Congratulations on your birthday today. Congratulations on your birthday today. Celebrate, we wish you happy birthday.
Yes. Someone was asking, what about Chinua Achebe? Today is Wole Soyinka's birthday. When it is time for Chinua Achebe, you will see us in action. Fortunately, I have direct access to Chinua Achebe's son in the US, and the Ovation is always there to support anything they are doing to celebrate the great writer, for me, the greatest novelist ever out of Africa, who has not heard of Things Fall Apart, a man of the people, no longer at ease, the Harrow of God, and so on and so forth. So don't worry, I'm also an Achebe specialist, and we will be very, very ready to celebrate him at the right time. So thank you for mentioning Chinua Achebe. He is one of our icons and unforgettable. Thank you, Bebe King from South Africa. I am Phoenix Oba. Happy birthday to the legend. Thank you so much. As I promised, we'll be reading out some of the comments Omonika Ade, happy birthday. Nobel laureate, Wole Soyinka. God bless you. Oh, thank you for blessing me too. Omoba Princess Debo Dutola, thank you so much for joining us. Tayo Eniton, thank you so much for your comments. May God grant him long life in good health. Amen. Amen. We need Prof. We need Prof. We need him. You know, we need him. Let's see. Delphine International School. Happy birthday to a distinguished playwright and a Nobel laureate. Yes, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. We celebrate you, sir. Thank you so much for sending me that message. Yes. Ogun Oguntoyan Oluwatobi. Thank you so much. Official Peaceful 123. A very, very jolly happy birthday to him. Thank you. Zion Official, thank you. Bidemi Alaran, the master of ceremony extraordinary in London. Thank you so much for joining us. He says, happy birthday, great one. Thank you. Natasha George 376. Happy birthday, sir. Official Peaceful. Oh wow, 86 years. Yes, he's 86 today. He was born in 1934. I'm not sure my mom had met my dad by then, you know. Show boy, Wole Soyinka is a gift to us all. Happy birthday to him. Thank you so much for your kind words. Whose signature do you want to see, show boy? The signature I had there is the signature of BJ. Just wrote BJ. See, that's what he signed. And he put the date on that. BJ, just J. That's it. 1989. Let's look at this. You won't believe it. I bought this one. What year? I bought it 475 naira. Kai. It was published by Spectrum Books. Yeah. Ibadan, the Penkelemes years. A memoir, 1946 to 1965. That's the period this one covered. Wole Soyinka, Art, Dialogue, and Outrage. Essays on Literature and Culture. The first volume of a two-part collection of Wole Soyinka's essays, articles, addresses, and interventions, Art, Dialogue, and Outrage, contains 18 essays written over a period of some 25 years and includes much material that has become rare. A number of the essays are appearing in print for the first time in this volume, which also ends with a recent interview by the author. The introduction by Biodun J. Ifo sets the essays in the context of Soyinka's work, insight into the intellectual creative writing. Yes, and some of the essays and interventions include Towards a True Theater, From a Common Backcloth, The Writer in the Modern African State, The Fourth Stage, Drama and the Idioms of Liberation, Between Self and System, Aesthetic Illusions, Who is Afraid of Election Yoba? I remember that very, very well. That's the Abobaku culture in Old Oyo. Language as Boundary, The Critic and Society. Yeah. Cross Currents, Theater in African Traditional Cultures, Shakespeare and the Living Dramatist, The External Encounter, Climates of Art, Neo-Tarzanism. Some people have worked. Yes, then this is one of my favorite books in secondary school, West African verse. That's where you have an anthology chosen and annotated by Donatus Nwoga. Let's see what they wrote here. So, in this collection, you have the works of Wole Soyinka, John Pepe Clark, Christopher Okigbo, Gabriel Okara, Kwesi Brew, Larry Peters, George Awono Williams, who later became Kofi Awono. He died a few years ago in Kenya. He was killed by terrorists when they struck at a shopping mall. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Kofi Awono. I endowed a poetry competition for him at the University of Ghana after his death. And I am so happy that we were able to achieve that. Bella Soni Dipoko, I remember him from Cameroon. Yes, I have some of his works. Birago Diop, David Diop, Bernard Dadier. Wow. I feel so nostalgic now. Gladys Casely Efford. Rejoice and shout with laughter. Throw all your burdens down if God has been so gracious as to make you black or brown. For you are a great nation, a people of great birth. For where will spring the flowers if God took away the earth? Rejoice and shout with laughter. Throw all your burdens down. Wow, fantastic. I remember that poem as if I read it yesterday. Okay. Your Excellency, I'm fine, sir. Yes, I've been trying to reach you. I'm on now. Yes, I'm ready. If you go on Instagram, then you look for Dele Momodu Ovation. You will see the sign at the top of your Instagram page. You will see Dele Momodu. Then once you press it, I'll let you in. Thank you.
Èmi lọ́jọ́ ìbí ẹ, ẹ kú àṣeyẹ.
Hello, how are you? It was declining. I don't know why your phone was declining. Every time I tried to bring you in, it declined. I've tried 3 times. Your phone was declining. I don't know what setting you have on your phone. Yes, I wanted to bring you in immediately. I saw you as soon as I started, and it was declining. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's but it's something you can do even on the move. You can do it on the move. Yeah. So give me a few minutes. I'm bringing a personality in. No, it's the phone that usually works, not the iPad or no. It's phone. You need your phone. You need your phone. So give me a few minutes, then I'll come back to you now. I'll come back to you. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Wow. Nikki Ebony, Miss Yemisi, thank you so much. I'm just seeing my friends here. Oh, Daniel Ogoloma, how are you? This is the first time I'm noticing you. I think you just sneak in quietly. I'm expected to be joined now for the first interview. I was going to take RMD earlier on, but the phone was going off. Are you in? Under what name? I can't see you. I haven't seen you. Oh, sorry. Okay, no problem. Yeah, if you can put off the phone, yes. Can anyone see official Amechi? I'm now bringing in His Excellency Right Honorable Chibuke Rotimi Amechi, who studied Soyinka also as a young man in school. But I'm not seeing him. Can anyone see official Amechi here? No, I can't see him. I hope, Your Excellency, if you can hear me, it's Dele Momodu ovation. But I'm surprised I can't see him. And I know I'm following him. At least we did an interview under official Amechi the last time. Let me see. Ben, please, okay, he sent a message now. Okay, then I should be able to pick him out. It's strange. Under Okwetui. When you have so many people online, it does that. No, me, I'm not seeing him here. I can see Okwetui. That's strange. Please, Your Excellency, press request. If you can see request, let me go to. If you can press request, sir, I'll be very, very grateful. Official. How come you can see him? I can't see him. If you can press, that's strange. Okay, I know what to do. Okay, I've seen him now. Oh, fantastic. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm very, very well. Can we have the camera closer to your face, sir, so we can see your handsome face as usual?
Can you see me now?
I can see you now. Good, good, good. It seems you are still under lock and key.
This is no longer COVID. It's my wife is locking me down here.
you are under arrest. Fantastic.
House arrest, so.
We are here to celebrate your man, your friend, your teacher, your hero, your mentor. The last time and the only time I had dinner with Professor Soyinka, you took me there in the Keja GRA. You know, I will never forget that evening, you know. So I wanted to ask you the first time you heard of the name Wole Soyinka. Can you remember?
I think I was in secondary school. One of those his poems. I can't remember again now.
Abiku.
Telephone conversation.
Conversation yes. Or Abiku, okay.
This telephone conversation. But after that, then university, I wasn't much of his fan because his books were very difficult to read. In fact, I wish Prof we had this. We accuse him of academic arrogance or intellectual arrogance when he said that he wasn't writing for the ordinary man, that he wrote for the intellectual mind.
Wow. Yes, I remember his novel, The Interpreters. I never read it past page 71. When he started writing of isms, I dash this day from homoephatic Marxism to existentialism. I just give up.
Well, I have all his books.
That's what I have here too.
I don't know whether he will allow me to say this. He has just published a novel last month.
Wow.
But it's not in the market yet.
Wow. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to find that.
At that age, Nigeria should celebrate a man like him. For him to, at 85, write a novel.
No, I was on a flight with him last year from Lagos to Istanbul. He was sitting on the right of the plane and I was on his left. And I was spying on him. I was watching him. And after, a light meal and his usual wine, he was busy working. And me, I was dozing off. I said, I started waking myself up. I said, if an 85-year-old man is still working on the flight, who am I to sleep? That's Professor Soyinka for you. Okay, so let's have some of your encounters with him. First, as a student, then later. Did you ever meet him as a student activist? Oh, your internet. Okay,
No, it's
it.
okay. I read his books as a student. I'll show you some of them. I read his books as a student, but met him after I became a governor.
Yeah.
Met him in person.
Wow.
I remember one day I met him at the airport. I had to, as a governor, I had to carry his luggage at the airport. And people were wondering why I did that. I said because there's a difference between a man who earned his knowledge than those of us who acquired it by votes. Let me see whether I can show you some of his books in my library.
I'm always jealous of your library. Very, very jealous.
This is the, I don't know if you can see this. This is the literature section of my library, but I'm looking for Wole Soyinka's books.
Books, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can see this Harmattan Haze on African Spring.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that?
Yes, I've seen it.
Harmattan Haze on African Spring, just by Chinua Achebe's book. Chinua Achebe's There Was a Country. There's another one, The Crucible of the Ages, Essays in Honor of Wole Soyinka.
Wow.
Then there is one here, Kolo Motosho, Achebe or Soyinka.
Yes, I have that.
There's Alapata, Apata.
Alakpata. Alakpata. I have that.
Yeah, I'm looking for his books scattered over here. I'll get it for you so you can see.
Yes,
but just like I have Chinua Achebe's books, I have Wole Soyinka's books. They are the two most important writers in Nigeria. I don't want to say about Africa, so nobody accuses me of being listen.
No, nobody will accuse you. In Africa, there is no question about
but
that.
Globally,
there are other fantastic writers in Africa, but Soyinka and Achebe.
I don't know if you've seen this Isara.
Yes, I have Ishara. Yes, that is his biography. Yes, I have that.
You can see Ibadan.
I have Ibadan, the Penkelemes. Yes, I have that.
You can see The Man Died.
Yes, I have that.
You can also
in fact,
Ake.
I just bought a new one. I've not even opened it from the wrapper.
Okay, you have seen Ake. Ake is also here.
Ake, yes. The biography.
I'm looking for his books.
Wow.
I usually have nearly all his books. In fact, there are some of, no, not his own. There are some books he gave me, but I don't think those ones are his own.
Okay. Wow. No, your library is a must-have. That's my dream, to have a library as big as that. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's so well organized. It's so well organized.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
So Wole Soyinka is a very well-known writer in the world. He's in fact, when I applied to do a master's degree in creative writing, the University of will not admit you unless you wrote an exam on English. And when I sent in a recommendation by Wole Soyinka, they just admitted me.
No argument again. Wow.
No, there was no argument. So I just went to him and said, Prof, I want to do a master's degree in creative writing. He said, where? I said Lancaster, online. Just gave me his recommendation. I added it to my application. Next week, they called me. You've been admitted to study master's degree in creative writing. Okay, I don't know if you have this. This is, I think Prof gave me this. Let me show you.
Okay.
WS seat here. Can you see it?
No, I don't have that. I don't have that.
It's called WS, a life in full, but mostly photographs. Let me take it to my table. I'll look at the photograph. So I can look at the photograph and show you. All right, so it's great that Prof is 86 this year, and is worthy of celebration. And in this his book, I think it's about him, not that he wrote it himself. About WS a life in full.
Please bring the camera towards your face. We're not seeing you again.
Okay, this is
Okay,
written. This
fantastic.
is compiled and edited by Bankole Olaibi.
Oh, Bankole Olayebi in Ibadan. Yes, book craft. Yes, they published a
Bookcraft.
lot of his works. Book craft. Yes. I always go to Ibadan to buy all those books.
So Prof gave me this.
Wow.
Okay.
So also what I remember an encounter. Can you tell us where you and Prof you were stuck in traffic one day?
And that was when I was a governor. We were going to his house in Abeokuta. And then we were stuck in traffic somewhere after Lagos. It was so bad that day. So bad. So
and you were driving?
I was driving. So I called the governor.
You called the Amosu, Governor Amosu.
To bring people to come and clear this traffic. He said, my friend, I'm behind you. I'm also stuck in this traffic and I'm behind you.
I can never forget that story. So even the governor of the state you were calling was right behind you in traffic. Oh my God, Nigeria traffic.
It was very bad. I think it was one of those church traffics.
Yes. Wow. Which other encounters can you remember? Have you ever gone hunting with him?
No, I don't agree with him. Even I told him recently that he shouldn't go to hunt. He told me recently he wanted to go for hunting. I said, don't go anywhere. No, COVID is everywhere.
Prof and his Akparo, he would carry his gun when he was in Ife. Everybody knew, how he used to deal with the Akparos in the bush.
But he's a great man. He's a great man, and that I wonder how his mind works. And if you attain his level of knowledge, then you can never suffer from what they call those. Is it Alzheimer also?
Alzheimer, yes.
He can't because his brain is forever functioning.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Yes, I just wanted you to say a few words about a man we love so dearly. His works have enriched us, and as you can see, I've gathered my own collections of. You can see all the books I've gathered by Soyinka and on Soyinka. I have loads and loads of books, on him, and I'm forever grateful. If people say I write today, it's because of the inspiration from the Soyinkas, the Achebes, the Ungugi Wateongos, the Mongobetis, the Nawal El Sadawis, and the rest of them. Yes, so let me allow Madame to continue to lock you up in the house. Greet my sister for me, and whenever we're free, we will come and eat about egusi.
All right. Thanks very much.
Okay, sir.
And
Thank you so
wife
much,
and family.
sir. Thank you for joining
Take care.
me.
Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Wow. That was a good one. Now, let's try and see if we can get... I've been trying to get RMD, my man. I've been trying. I don't know why, but we must get him because he is one of the greatest actors who's worked with Soyinka at different... Okay, he's here. Fantastic. Through you, fantastic. RMD Baba.
Bobdi Baba.
RMD Baba.
Bobdi Baba.
Hey, Yomi, my man. God bless you. God bless you. Let's see your face well. Let's see your COVID look now. Let's see. Now, I don't know who is grayer between you and Soyinka.
No, that was Soyinka's my daddy.
Wow. So good to see you finally. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Anytime.
I wanted you to speak to us about Baba himself. We call him Bros Kungi.
I've had loads and loads of encounters with him. I was one of those very privileged to be in his first major production after the Nobel. We went to Italy. It was at the Dionysian Festival in Italy, and we produced this play from Zia with Love.
What year was
So
that?
this was in 1990 or so. I
Okay.
was still running Mr. Magazine at the time.
Wow.
Myself, Bankole Olayabi that His Excellency just mentioned, Obileye, Yomi Obileye,
Uncle Taiwo.
no, not
Uncle
Taiwo,
Taiwo.
no,
The other
Uncle Yomi,
Obileye. Okay.
yes, and of course Tunjo Yelano.
And the Benders.
Yes, and of
And the
course,
Benders.
Sisi Amebo, Video Allison. It was
Wow.
fantastic. And then Dr. Promise. Dr. Promise, who was a
Yes,
younger.
I spoke to Dr.
Yes.
Promise this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
still hoping
good,
that she
good.
can join us. I'm hoping she
Okay,
can
good.
join us.
So yeah, so I've had. I mean, we were together in Italy for like 28 days, and
Wow.
just to reconfirm his love for wines and all of that, because at some point, I think we ran out of money, and he was paying us with expensive wines. He would give us 2 bottles of red wine. He said, "This is your salary for the week." He'll give us 2 reds or give you 1 red and 1 white. So these are very expensive wines. You better enjoy them.
Wow.
And whilst we were there, the entire world is trying to reach him. BBC wants him to come. Sky wants him to come. Deutsche Welle. He's such a busy human being, and it just gives you an idea of how valuable he is to other people. I'm glad that you're doing this afternoon because no matter what it is that he has done or he hasn't done or whatever, no matter what anybody has as his criticism or whatever, cannot diminish the amount of work the man has done and the scholarship that he has left for the rest of the world, and it will last forever. I mean, you were talking about you writing, him being one of the inspiration in school. One of the things I did when I was in university was to make sure that I tackled Soyinka's plays. Because for me, I felt that if I needed to elevate, then I had to get to where Soyinka, was. And then my friends would say, "Why are you killing yourself doing Soyinka? Go and do something cheaper." I'm like, "No, I'm going to dig into this man and see how far I can go." And so I used to. I don't call myself a fan of Soyinka. I'm a devotee of Soyinka. I love his works. Like you, I have my library full of all his books. Because I also know Banky, I get fresh copies of most of his book. I heard the Excellency saying just now that he just
There's a
published
new
another
novel.
book.
Yeah, we
In
must find
fact,
it.
I'm hoping that it is the novel that many years ago when I was in Concord, we had an interview and we talked about Ake. Ake is my favorite book of him. Ake is my favorite book. And so I was talking about years of childhood and he was telling me how he wrote Ake. Ake came to him like in 3 or 4 installments and he typed up and that, in fact, he told me that Ake is the fastest reply that his publishers have given him because when he sent the first draft, they called him immediately and said, "Oh yeah, finish this book." And that everything dried up after that first initial burst. And he couldn't do anything again until one day again, he was going through stuff through his box and the smell from his mother's and his father's old house, Nabokota, hit him again. He picked up his typewriter and he wrote and he finished it, So I then asked him, I said, "What about the years of adulthood? Yes, you did Pekelemens years and all that." He said to me, "Mofe, there are too many things." And I remember very well because he said to me, and I hope that he has redeemed that now. He said, "Too many people will be hurt if he does the kind of book that he wants to do, and that he cannot do it and lie about it, you know, and or leave things out of it. So he that we will probably not see that definitive book, that definitive years of adulthood book, but we will see patches of it, which is what he has done with You Must Set Forth at Dawn,
At dawn,
Ibadan,
yes.
all of that. Yes.
Well, my own favorite, that's why I bought it again. You can see it's even covered up. Is The Man Died.
Oh
The Man
yeah.
Died. This was the
Who didn't
book.
read? Who haven't read
Would, in
that?
fact, it was illegal initially to hold this book in
Yes.
public. You could not hold
Yeah.
this book in those days. And
Yes.
so when I eventually found myself in detention at Alagbon in 1993, this was the book that kept me company. So I have a copy that is very ancient. So I had to buy it again, that this is a book that I believe every Nigerian must read to see that in those days people had courage. These guys were fighting the military, not civilians. They were
Bob
fighting
Lee,
the military.
Bob Lee, let me say something about The Man Died. If every Soyinka head in this live Instagram, just read it now. Read it now with everything that you know and everything that you are, with age and everything. Read The Man Died now.
Now,
And then you will be transported into that time. You
yeah.
know, I know some things. He has said some things. I've been privileged to hear him say some things. So when I read The Man Died, I mean, I got this new collection that when Glow celebrated him, so it was a chance to get the reissues of all. I read some of the things again, and I'm like, and to think that I read these books before, you know. I heard you talk about the interpreters. You remember that place where it says metal on concrete,
But they could
jazz my
jazz my
drink,
lobes. How can I
my
forget it?
drinking lobes. Yeah, you know. So I love Shoyinka. I mean, we can talk about him every day. One of the things I do well today, which is I know my wines, I know my whiskey, is all from trying to be, because
Be a
civilization for him.
Soyinkian.
Yes, civilization for him is not about the expression of the English language alone. It's about also being able to express Yoruba, being able to write and understand his language, the cosmology of his own language and his own world milieu. For me, being civilized, being urbane is not about knowing your wines and all of that. It's also about knowing my Urhobo culture, knowing the things that are intrinsic to the average Urhobo man and all of that. And all of that I learned from Soyinka, because this is a man that is as comfortable in the bush with local hunters as he's as comfortable in a gathering of Nobel laureates all around the world. So, you know, you have to see him at those levels. I want to be a warrior boy 1 minute, and I want to be an Urhobo boy the other minute, and I want to be an intellectual the next minute, and of course, an urbane gentleman with cigars and whiskey, and who knows his wine and knows his beer.
Let me surprise you with this. For me, this is one of his greatest works.
If
The
the forest of a
translation
thousand
of The Forest
demons.
of a Thousand Demons.
Fagunwa,
Ojú
Fagunwa.
ọdẹ nínú igbó irúnmọlẹ̀. No. I bought this one in 1994, just before I went on exile. 75 naira. Can you believe it?
Maybe at the airport or something.
I
Oh,
can't even remember where I gave it. No, I bought it in Ibadan on
okay.
16th September 94. That was just after Chief Abiola was arrested. So I was in Ibadan, and you know, this translation. Oh my God, my name is Akara Ogun, compound of spells.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of the formidable hunters of a bygone age. My own father was a hunter. He was also a great one for medicines and spells. He had 1,000 powdered gauntlets, 800 atto, and his amulets numbered 600. 260 incubi lived in that house, and the birds of divination were without number. It was the spirits who guarded the house when he was away. The spirits guarded the house.
Yes. Look, have you read Children of Bone and Blood? Children of Bone. This new girl, Tomi Adeyemi.
No, I haven't.
That is I would love to hear what she has to say about Soyinka, for instance. I mean, I've heard Chimamanda speak, I've heard other people, younger writers speak, but Tommy is a new writer who is making waves now in America, a young writer who writes about magical realism and fantasy. You should read his book, read her book. It's called Children
Okay.
of Blood and Bone, and there is a sequel. I think they are actually turning the first one to a movie now. I was talking to what's his name? My brother the other day from former Disney editor. And I was recommending the book. He's in editorial now. What's his name? Am I forgetting my brother's name?
Shegun Adeniji.
Shegu. I was
Shegun
talking to
Adeniji,
Shegu
yes.
because the book talks about Lori and all of that. So I was saying, "Oh, have you read this girl?" And he said no, that he hasn't. So I said, try and read her because I know Shegu loves books as well.
Oh yes, all of them,
Yeah,
Shegun, Simon Kola Wole, they're
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah,
NEB.
yeah,
This day,
yeah,
we have so
yeah.
many intellectuals at this day.
And they're right there. Yes.
Tokun,
Yeah,
everybody is
yeah,
there. Kayode Komolafe,
yeah,
my friend,
yeah.
Ijeoma Nwogugu. This day is back.
Ah, a woman
Chidi
among
Amuta.
men. Chidi Amuta, the prince of the Niger.
Yes, so Chidi Amuta.
The
I was trying
prince
to
of the
get
Niger.
Dr. Yemi Ogunbi today, but I couldn't. I sent him a message, but
I haven't seen Uncle Yemi in a while.
me too. I haven't.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like the man
Yes,
COVID.
I sent.
He has run somewhere to avoid COVID or something.
No, I'm sure. Oh wow, Fumi Onobamiro sent me a picture of Soyinka as a kid. Can you see that Soyinka? And I think
Oh my
with his
God.
sister.
Oh my
He just
God.
sent it to me now.
Oh.
Wow.
Anyway, happy birthday, Prof. It's just been an amazing time being able to sit at your feet and just learn some of the things that I have learned. I have you to
Wow.
thank. Yeah.
Wow. No, I know you have to run off somewhere,
Yes. Thank you.
RMD, but I'm always very happy. God will always answer you whenever you call on
Amen.
Him. Thank you so
Amen.
much
Amen.
for joining us.
Thank
I love
thank
you unconditionally.
I love you too,
Unconditionally.
my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye
All
bye.
right, then.
Thank you.
Take care, my
Okay,
brother.
bye.
Thanks.
Greet
Bye.
Jumobi for me. Oh, greet Jumobi for
She
me,
will,
please.
she will hear.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. That was a very, very powerful one. You see, for a man to say he's a Soyinka devotee, it tells you that Soyinka has been our idol for years. For years. In fact, I will confess gladly to worshiping him from afar. I remember when Kalakuta Republic was destroyed by the Obasanjo government, I believe, at that time. You won't believe it. Wole Soyinka sent a telegram to Fela. So it was published in the newspapers. As young as I was, I had to memorize it. I'm sure I still remember a few of the words. Sincere sympathies, yourself and all injured during destruction of your home. Indignant at chilling cynicism, reminiscent of Idi Amin style of explanation. Take courage. Can you believe it? Since then, and I'm sure this must have been in the 80s or thereabout when showing Fela's Kalakuta Republic was destroyed. What we call telegram was a short message, which is just like you now sending WhatsApp message, but in those days you go to the post office to send it, and you have to summarize because the more the wordings, the more expensive it will be. And that was how much I love Soyinka. Anything Soyinka, once I see it, I must buy it. Then I remember an encounter. Bishop Benson Idahosa came to Ile-Ife, to the university for evangelism. This must have been around 1979. And my late friend, Ebun Jakode, Chief Jakonde's daughter of blessed memory, invited Soyinka and invited me, because we were schoolmates, to the function at the sports center. Can you imagine how I felt standing beside Soyinka and we were watching Bishop Idausa when he was doing the altar call? That was the first time I saw what was called an altar call. Those of you who have accepted Jesus Christ tonight should please come forward, and you will see multitude of people. They will go forward, then they will go backward, then some more will come out. And Prof shook his head and said, "This is mass hypnotism." I will never forget that expression. I mean, you can imagine as far back as 1979, I was watching him, and then when I was going home, he gave me a ride in his open roof Jeep. Prof. I don't know if Bode Okpeshaitan is on this line. We were working together on Professor Soyinka's. There is an award that he hosts every year, but this year we've not been able to do anything because of all this COVID. But they would have been able to give us some fantastic information. Let's see if I can reach him. I must say special thanks to Globacom for all those years of promoting Soyinka. Hello, Jabudi. How are you? Please, are you on Instagram right now? Oh, okay. Do you have like 2 minutes? If you come on Instagram, but if you are busy, no problem. If you are there, I just finished with RMD now. I had spoken to Dr. Promise. She was just leaving a funeral. And then I have already spoken to Right Honorable Chibuke Rotimi Amechi. He has said his own words on Prof. So I wanted you to give us your own perspective. Mm. What's your Instagram handle? Okay, I will check it now to be sure I'm following you. Okay, so you will see me and then you just make a request. Then I'll bring you in. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, bye. Wow. Fumi is just sending me pictures of Prof. She has just sent pictures of. Then I remember something about Prof. When Prof left University of Ife, the house where he was living was virtually opposite the Vice Chancellor's lodge. So I think Professor JJ moved in to the place, and the Prof's house was covered up by trees. You would think you were in a shrine or in a forest of 1,000 demons, you know. And then so the new occupant came. He couldn't understand why anybody will allow, you know, his house to be covered up with forest. So the man cut down the trees. Oh my God. I've never seen Soyinka that angry in my life. He felt so offended that anybody would do that to his forest. Interesting. Okay, let's have some music. Hmm? Which one is that one now? I love my country, I no go lie. Now inside am I go live and die. I know my country, I no go lie. Now in on me. Let's see. Is it on? Sorry, we are battling some demons. We shall overcome them. Okay, that's the song.
Inside them, I go live and die. I know my country, I no go lie. Na him and me go yap till I die.
I no go die.
won't begin with history. That war we fight a recent memory. Where music will come from barrel of gun was station one. Me, I think I get cancer for me. That's the reason why. Cause when I jumping, I do I see. Make I explain it, I think you go be. I love my country, I don't go lie. My inside I go live and die. When it told me so, I twist and so. He push me, I push him, I no go.
Ah, God. Nigeria was good though, and we didn't
Make
know
you
that.
no worry, both nations be friends. Even when they fight, they soon make amends. When one bats a dish, the other goes scratch. When one lay egg, the other goes hatch. Eggs na eggs, but some are rotten. But make I tell you, some are golden. I tell you, my country no be one. I mean, not to yesterday I born. I love my country, I no go die. Now inside them I go live and die. I know my country, I no go lie. Now in and me go yap till I die. One go proud, the other so meek. One go hide, the other go seek. One country go slap, the other go turn cheek. And soon they are playing hide and seek. They're lovely twins of whom I speak. Mr. Country hide and his brother seek. Country hide 2.8 billion. He tell country seek, brother. Carry on, seek from Turkey to China. See, the more you look, the less you see. You take one couple, they put you for prison. You still 10 million, now patriotism. Then go give you chieftaincy
and national honor.
You take it in the garden, go say na rumor. Monkey they walk,
Babu they chop, sweet banded yam. As someday he go stop, we don't know when. No,
my country,
I no go line.
now inside down, I go live and die. When he told me so, I twist and
So he push me, I push him, I no go.
One time we start ground not so high, like pyramid nearly reach the sky. From all the flow from here to London, cassava plantain, our fruit fish champion. I could go compete with that of Ghana, mouth the water to do the banana. Young way dig like restless dice, which rice get thin like tapa rice.
Tapa rice.
But now to eat in a half my budget. They cost like golden nugget. The rain will fall from open skies. It only float presidential rise. Where all this food disappear? My belly the rumble and it's all here. But you see, it keeps scratching in the city slums. Me, I'm satisfied with petrol trucks. I love my country, I no go lie. Now inside down, I go live and die. I know my country, I no go lie. Now him and me go yap till I die. The day they bring revolution, country 16 say you get salvation. He give a shout, he think at last. With green revolution, he go end in fast. Education is good for me and you, so let's give praise where praise is due. Green revolution was most educated and coincidentally most lucrative. Education alone chop 1/4 the budget to teach the farmer what he never forget. Posters left and right and center. Green revolution by government printer. I love
My country, I no go lie. Now inside I go live and die.
when it done me so. I twist
I'm so,
it push me,
I push on, I no go.
but that was nothing but chicken feed. A nation in need, it's my friend indeed. Some of the shit, chemical analyzer to spell out the magic of fertilizer. Country sick, hear me, I know be nicer. Billions they hide for fertilizer. I love my country, I don't go lie. Now inside I go live and die. I know my country, I don't go lie. Now in my name, go down till I die. One time each day, Navigata day, 1,000 ships in Lagos Bay. I see to say, I never display by all the nations for Seaman's Day. But me, I think, I never blockade by angry nations for deaths unpaid. Country sick, don't look for foreign aid. It's not a ceremonial parade. A budget finish for the marriage fee. Cement they took the mouth for sea. I love my country.
Please, dear viewers, can you hear us loud and clear? Please confirm, because I can see Madam Bumisonya saying no volume. Can you hear the music very well, please? Yes. So I was talking about the forest of 1,000 demons. I don't know how many of you knew of the great Yoruba author Daniel Fagunwa, Olorunfemi Fagunwa, but I call him Oroleye Fagunwa. So, but the family now calls him Olorunfemi Fagunwa. D.O. Fagunwa. If you read Ogbojode nínú Igbó Orunmale, Ìrìnkèrindò nínú Igbó Elégbèje, Àdìtú Elédùmarè, Ìrèké Oníbùdó. I read all of them. I have all of them in mind. So Wole Soyinka translated one of his books from Yoruba to English, A Forest of 1,000 Demons. Can I reach out to Prof. Soyinka? He's not on Instagram. I think I tried to reach out to his office, but I didn't get a response, but that's fine. I wanted to get his official publicist. Which one is that one? Hello? I've been calling you. Your phone, the one I called is off. I've been calling you. Are you okay? Are you inside now? Are you inside now? I can't see you. I could see. But if you log in on this one, you will still have it. I have it on all my phones. Instagram, you will get your once you know your password, and you can log in from that, and then you need to follow me as well. I've made a request. You need to follow me. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I've made a request already. Yeah. Wow. Just look at this. A friend of mine from England is sending me pictures of Wole Soyinka and his family, his mother, his father. Can you see that? Can you see that? Then she also sent me Soyinka as a 10-year-old choir. Can you believe that? See Soyinka as a choir. He was 10 years old. Then Soyinka is matriculation in the 1950s at the University College Ibadan. That was Soyinka then. Then there is Wole Soyinka and Sister Tinu in 1952. He's always been very handsome. Very, very, very handsome. Wow. Then here he was addressing the American Academy of Achievement delegates in 2009. Can you beat that? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's go to the books while we await my next guest. Okay, because of you, I will open The Man Died. My favorite book. I will open it now. I've kept it intact. Wow. This is also by Bookcraft. Bookcraft, they've done a beautiful job of showing us well. You can see his picture in the book. So I'm opening this for the first time. Wow. Ah, Soyinka can write. 1983 was when this one came out. You know, when he was in prison, he was writing on ordinary paper, tissue paper, anything he could lay his hands on, he would write on it. That's what formed this book. During the Nigerian Civil War, 1967 to 1970, Wole Soyinka was arrested and incarcerated for 22 months, most of it spent in solitary confinement in a cell 4 feet by 8 feet. His offense, assisting the Biafran secessionists. You know, one of his best friends was Christopher Okigbo, the poet, who was Igbo, and he went back home to go and join the Biafrans. And Soyinka risked everything to support them. The Man Died, now regarded as a classic of prison literature, is a product of this experience. What comes through in the compelling narrative is the author's uncompromising principled stand on the universality and indivisibility of freedom and human rights. Let's see if I have. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Now, it was from here I learned to resist dictatorship. I don't like dictatorship. And he was quoting from a man I also read about, Georg Mangakis. I think he was probably Greek. He said, when a dictatorship is imposed on your country, the very first thing you feel, the very first day, and it is a feeling that has a totally spontaneous immediacy, free from all mental elaboration. The first feeling is humiliation. You will feel humiliated. You are being deprived of the right to consider yourself worthy of responsibility for your own life and destiny. This feeling of humiliation grows day by day as a result of the oppressor's unceasing effort to force your mind to accept all the vulgarity which wakes up the abortive mental world of dictators. You feel as if your person and your human status were being deeply insulted every day. And then comes the attempt to impose on you by fear, acceptance of various barbarous actions of theirs that you hear about or that you actually see them commit against your fellow human beings. You begin to live with the daily humiliation of fear, and you begin to loathe yourself. You will hate yourself. And then, deeply wounded in your conscience as a citizen, you begin to feel a solidarity with the people to whom you belong. God bless you. You know, that's the thing. Dictatorship is a form of humiliation when you are oppressed and you can't do anything about it. It's the worst thing that can happen to anybody. And a lot of people used to wonder, look, you this man, go and make your own money. Why are you complaining? Stop grumbling. They are your friends. They are this, they are that. But people don't realize that that is what makes it even more painful and more difficult for us. When you have to criticize your own friends who can turn you into a billionaire in one night. So do people expect us to criticize our enemies? Every day, I see they are your friends, Joe. You cannot go Joe. So how can you be economic? Have you ever seen anybody who criticizes somebody who gives him everything that he needs? That logic is painful. So sometimes you ask yourself, why are you wasting your time about these things? Why are you wasting your time? Go and make your own money. 99% of those who have houses in Banana Island, we don't know their names. Nobody knows who they are. We don't know how they made the money. Who cares? But they are there, living comfortably, while some of us are sleeping in prison, running to exile to start our lives all over. They scatter your life, your family is scattered, everything scattered, your business scattered. And yet, the same Nigerians who should support you, who should pray for your survival, will be the ones to abuse you and say you are an idiot. They are your friends. So, because you shook hands with them yesterday, you took pictures with them. So, if you take picture with somebody, that then means you can't criticize him again. Do you expect me to be enemies with everybody? So if somebody wants to buy Ovation, I say, because you are a thief, I can't sell it to you. So when they go to the market, they will buy rice. They will buy everything. So that's what people don't understand. That's what I took from the Soyinkas. The Soyinkas knew everybody. Yet they were able to hold them accountable. But this generation does not understand that sacrifice, that it is more difficult to criticize your friends than to criticize your enemies. That if that's the only lesson we'll take away from here today, I am happy. It is more difficult to criticize your friends than to criticize your enemies. So when you get to that level where a president is your friend, the vice president, everybody is your friend, and you still criticize them, then you are a man. But when you have no kobo in your pocket, you are as poor as a church rat, and you say you are criticizing people, you have not done anything. Because a man who is down does not worry about a fall. But when you are up there and you are ready to stake everything, to risk everything for your country, for your people, you are a man. Soyinka is a man. Soyinka could have compromised. Could have compromised, he refused. You know, so that's how life is. And the fact that someone is your friend, you took a picture with him, does not mean you agree with what he has done. If he has done something wrong, then tell him. That's the best thing you can do for your friend. Tell him. Tell him. Okay, I think I've seen my next guest. I hope it connects now. He's joining us from the United States of America. Fantastic. Hey, we lost him. What happened? I hope you are following me. If you can hear me, I hope you are following me. Please accept to follow Dele Momodu Ovation first, and then we should be able to let you in. Yes, RMD's phone was also doing that before. So No, Professor Soyinka is not joining us. Sorry, Fausat. We're celebrating him in absentia. I'm waiting for my brother Bode to join us again. Olabode Okpesheito was a journalist and was, until recent, of Globacom Nigeria. Yes, he knows. Okay, you are following me? Okay, let's try again. He knows Prof very, very, very well, and we're trying to put something together for Prof's annual event. He will be able to tell us more about it. I don't know why your phone is not. I'm seeing connecting and it's not connecting. You are very close to getting in, but I don't know if it's your internet. Maybe you need an area where the internet is it's taking too long to connect. I can see you connecting, but oh wow. I pray this connects. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Why is it not connecting? Let me check to be sure that I'm now following you. It's taking forever to connect. What you can do, it's gone off again. What you can do is to refresh your page. Yeah, no, being on the road shouldn't be a problem. You can refresh, switch off, switch in again, and then let's try, please. I beg. Okay. Yes, I'm following you and you're following me now. So I don't know why. Yes, we're following each other. So there is no reason why it should not connect. Let me try it again. Okay, you love Idori, another poems. Oh, that's good. That's Tunde. Tunde. Why did Prof never attempted to be president? He formed a political party. Oh, you know these things. You need loads of money to do politics anywhere in the world. And a lot of our people, out of ignorance, out of poverty, and the combination of both, they find it very difficult. They find it very, very difficult to. I'm trying to connect you. I don't know why it's not connecting. Please, Bode, if you can hear me, maybe you switch off, and because we just lost you again now. If you switch off and switch on again, maybe it will regulate itself. Thank you, Kelvin, the great MC. Thank you so much for your kind words. I don't have any other job. That is the thing. So I love my job so dearly, and I don't get tired of it. The day you get tired of your job, quit. That's what I tell people. Some people, they just want to collect salary. They don't like their job. They will come there. They will sabotage everything. They will waste time, waste resources. No, I love my job. If I'm tired, I quit. It took me time to discover. I knew I was a writer from when I was about maybe 18, 19, 20, but I didn't know I would be a journalist. That's it. I didn't know I would be a journalist. So, but the moment I discovered that I was born to write, since then, I've never been tired of writing. Trust me, I have never been tired of writing. I love my work. People people say, what's the secret of success? I tell them, you must love what you do. You must have a passion for what you do. Okay, let's look at some other books. This is a book by Professor Femi Oshofison, Literature and the Pressures of Freedom. Of course, there is no way you will have anything about freedom and Wole Soyinka's name will not feature prominently. Wow. Please, Mr. Shaitan, if you can hear me, try and join us and send a message. Then this is a book, The Politics of Wole Soyinka by Tunde Adeniran. It's a very, very big and fine book. Also by Bookcraft. Bookcraft, it's a major printing company for the works of Wole Soyinka. Cambridge Studies in African and Caribbean Literature. Wole Soyinka, this is by Biodun J. Ifo, my former teacher at Ife. Yes. Any book I see whatsoever, once Soyinka is written on it, even if it is just his name and nothing else, I'll buy it. You can call me a Soyinka fanatic. This is Intervention 6, Between Defective Memory and the Public Lie by Wole Soyinka. So, yes, I've told Bode to log out and log in again, yes. Please, Mr. Kwasheto, when you are back, send me a message. Professor Soyinka is a great hunter. He goes in the bush to go and kill animals. So I'm sure sometimes he will get the antelope, sometimes he will get the grass cutter, and then his wine will be waiting. He is a great connoisseur of good wine. We all wanted to be like Soyinka in those days. We grew our beards at some point just to look like him. We fought government just to be like him. I can't get the man through, so definitely there is problem with this phone setting or with the. Okay, let's continue while we wait. This is Contemporary African Plays, edited by Martin Barham and Jane Presto. And see, even Oyinbo people, they write more than us about Africa. But for the likes of Wole Soyinka, it would have been difficult for us to have anything in our own continent. And the first play at the top is Death and the King's Horseman. Death and the King's Horseman. Okay, we have Wole Soyinka's biography, autobiography, Arcade, the Years of Childhood, the years he spent in Abeokuta. I think this must be the latest version because I bought the original one. I'm sure I'll still find it somewhere there. I bought this not too long ago for 3,000 naira in Ibadan. There is a place called Booksellers, I think in Jericho. Yes. My dream is to have one of the best libraries of literature in Nigeria. Yes, this King Babu, I'm sure by Wole Soyinka is about an African dictator. I don't know which of the dictators. We have many of them. That's the book. It's a play by Wole Soyinka. It's not a very big play, but it's a very, very interesting one. 2002. Who was in power in 2002? Okay, anyway, it could have been about a past dictator. There is a book by Obioma Ofuego, Soyinka's language. Soyinka's language is difficult to deal with. This is by Kwara State University Press. I didn't know that Kwara State University has wow, these books are old. Okay, it's not too old. 2016. It's not too old. Then The Crucible of the Ages, Wole Soyinka at 80. This was 6 years ago when he turned 80. There were essays written on him. Soyinka at 80 is another big book. Actually, I haven't read this. I have too many books to read. God, because if not for COVID, every time I travel, I spend most of my allowance on buying books. Let's check here again. Olúwa ẹ tóbi. No, still can't find him. Wow. Yeah. We'll look at a few more books. Oh, thank you, Adibi. Hamatan Haze on an African Spring. I think that's the one that the Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi mentioned that time. So this is it. The books are so beautiful. Bookcraft has been doing a great job. I wish I could get Mr. Olayebi on this line. And then this is a double. Interventions by Wole Soyinka. This one was sold for 5,000 naira. You can see I've not even opened it. So these are his essays. Can you imagine one man writing all these essays? This is a play of giants from Zia with Love, the one RMD was referring to, A Scourge of the Ancients, The Beatification of Area Boy. That's another selection of his plays. Thank you so much, all of you, for your patience. Trust me, I appreciate you always for joining me. I know how difficult it is sometimes to buy. And tonight, I'm still going to interview the Senior Special Assistant to the Vice President, Pastor Laolu Akonde, at 8 o'clock. Don't forget to join me at 8 o'clock. Wow, I bought this in 1988. Can you see that? Perspectives of Nigerian Literature. I bought this in 1988. Yeah, let's dance. Oh, yeah. I wish you happy birthday. Oh, yeah. Very, very many happy returns. Oh, yeah. I wish you happy birthday. Oh, yeah.
Very, very many happy reasons. You look so good, you look so bright. Everyone is talking about you. Birthdays come once in a year, and I know you want to celebrate. Ooh,
Yeah,
I wish you a
happy birthday.
ooh, yeah. Very, very many happy reasons. Ooh, yeah. I wish you a happy birthday. Ooh, yeah. Very, very many happy reasons. Tinka, 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 and good morning every day. Chatting, laughing, happily, what do we do? We have to survive. Ooh, yeah. I wish you a happy birthday. Ooh, yeah. Very, very many happy reasons. Ooh, yeah. I wish you a happy birthday. Ooh, yeah. Very, very many happy reasons.
Ayaba, please, are you able to join us and tell us a few things you know about Wole Soyinka, please? I'll be very happy. I can see Wura Aduloyo. How are you? Thank you so much. Thank you. Daddy's interview remains incredible. So I'm hoping for a part 2. People have requested that we should bring Dr. Omololu Olunloyo back. So I'm already talking to Daddy, and hopefully we can have a part 2 on Saturday because we haven't covered everything yet. Thank you. Madam Bumi, thank you so much for joining us. I can see. Nikki Ebony, it must, okay, well, it must still be morning in Atlanta. Yes. We have people from all over, all over. Please, Ayaba, please, 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 if you can join us, please indicate or make a request. I'll be very delighted to welcome you. I will roll out the red carpet and welcome you now. Benita Peters. How are you? Are you still on, or this is an old message? I believe you will be in Abuja. Wow. Yes, I like brilliant minds. Only brilliant minds will join us, to celebrate Prof. A lot of people are not interested in anything intellectual, and meanwhile, this is what we should be doing. Now, Achebe Soyinka, a study in contrast. This is by Professor Kole Omotosho. He was also a lecturer at the then University of Ife. Then he later moved to South Africa. I believe he's back in Akure now. Professor Kole Omotosho. Wow, so many comments here. I should bring a general who fought in the Civil War. Okay, I'll try and reach the Lieutenant General Alani Ikwola Akereade. I love him too much. So he's an intellectual. So I like people who can combine, the military with intellectual capacity. We love him so much. You need to visit him in Yakuyo. You see a simple, decent man. Can I have an interview with Professor Soyinka? Yes, if he's available. But you heard what Richard said. You can't imagine how busy he is. You can't. So. Oh, you want me to bring Mr. Lawal, Case Lawal? Nothing is impossible. Madam Jojo Godi, how are you? Sorry again about your mom. Sorry. How's your husband? How's everyone at home? Yes, and your brother, I think, is still in Ghana. Wow. Jojo Godi. What happened when they cut down the tree? Prof got very angry. I'm not sure he did not even threaten to sue them for violating the trees. Thank you, Jajagodi. Thank you so much. Sorry, COVID didn't let us attend your mom's funeral, but may her soul rest in peace. I knew how close you were to her. Sorry. Yes, my 60th. That's why I couldn't have a party. But for me, in retrospect, I'm happy that I didn't do a Owambe party. Okay, I can see Ayaba again. I think she has disappeared from this page. Professor. So that's that one. Let's see which one do we have. There is Toward the Decolonization of African Literature by Chinwezu Onwuchekwa Jeme Ihechukwu Madubuike. These were books we read as young students. I bought this in 1981. Wow. How many years? That's about 39 years ago. Abi? Wow. I was 21 then. I bought it for 6 naira 50 kobo. Can you believe that? Then this is The Open Saw of a Continent by Wole Soyinka. Okay, I bought this in 1996 in Euston, London. I was in London when I bought it. So I was already in exile. I was already 1 year old in exile. And again, I must thank Professor Soyinka for writing me a beautiful letter to the British Home Office in Croydon, where I was granted full asylum with my family. I'm eternally grateful. I like to thank people who stood by me when I had difficulties. I don't forget my friends. Never, I will never forget my friends. This is Collected Plays Part 1 by Soyinka. I bought this in 1991. Wow, I can't even remember where I bought it from. 1991. Let's see. It's a very old one. Yes, don't worry, we'll soon finish. I'm targeting that we should finish by 4 o'clock. This is Drama and Theater in Nigeria. Wow. This is by Dr. Yemi Ogunbi, the Shaft of Africa. Yes, that's one of the most charming devotees of Professor Soyinka, one of the closest. Wow. I can't remember when I bought this, but I must have been, let me see what year it was published. It was published 1981. I must have bought it shortly after. Drama and Theatre in Nigeria, a critical source book. That's Professor Dr. Emiogubi. This is an old book. The book has suffered though. See, see how it's one of my favorite books by Chinwezu, The West and the Rest of Us. He critiqued Wole Soyinka in it. I bought this in 1982. That was the year I finished my first degree. 1982. Then this is the first Ake, The Years of Childhood I bought. This was the first one that came out. Let me see how old this is. 1986. I bought it. I was doing my master's then when I bought it, when it came out. Poems of Black Africa, edited by Wole Soyinka. Wow. This must be old. This one was by Animal Book. So many poems from across Africa. Ọlọ́run mi rí bí ènìyàn kọ́ lọ́lọ́run mi rí o bí ènìyàn. 1975. That's a long time. I was 15 years old. I actually have two of it. It's funny. African literature today. Soyinka is always in the forefront of anything African literature. Soyinka, Achebe. I bought this in 1984. That's 36 years ago. African Literature Today, Volume 10. What year was this? It was edited by Eldred Rosimi Jones. I bought it in 1980, 40 years ago. Oh, this must be one of my oldest books then. 1980. I feel so nostalgic. 1980, I was in part 2 going to part 3. Wow. 40 years ago, A Shuttle in the Crypt. That's by Soyinka. I bought this one ₦1.70, but I didn't remember to put the date. You should always remember to put the dates on your books, so it reminds you of when and probably where you were when you bought it. This is Planet of Fear. Not many would wish to dispute the claim that religion is not a primary condition of human existence, certainly not as a critical necessity for our very being or the evolution of the social being. See, that's one of his recent works. I haven't read it yet, so I bought this for 1,200. Okay, also by Bookcraft. Bookcraft has done a lot of work on the Soyinka's works. It was published in 2004, so that's 16 years ago. Yes, this is the trials of Brother Jero and Jero's metamorphosis. It's called the Jero Plays. Yes, I bought this a few times. That's one of my favorite, very simple, straightforward, very hilarious. Too funny. It's too funny. He wrote it long ago, 4 years after I was born. He wrote it in 1964. I can't believe that. And I think it was first published where? Oxford University Press. Oh my God. Yes, we have 6 minutes to go now, so let me rush it. I am a prophet by birth and by inclination. You have probably seen many of us on the streets, many with their own churches, many inland, many on the coast, many leading processions, many looking for processions to lead, many curing the deaf, many raising the dead. In fact, there are eggs and there are eggs. Same thing with prophets. I was born a prophet. I think my parents found that I was born with rather thick and long hair, just like me. It was said to come right down to my eyes and down to my neck. For them, this was a certain sign that I was born a natural prophet, and I grew to love the trade. It used to be a very respectable one in those days, and competition was dignified. But in the last few years, the beach has become fashionable, and the struggle for land has turned the profession into a thing of ridicule. Some prophets I could name gained their present beaches by getting women penitents to shake their bosoms in spiritual ecstasy. This prejudiced the councillors who came to divide the beach among us. Yes, it did come to the point where it became necessary for the town council to come to the beach and settle the prophet's territorial warfare once and for all. My master, the same one who brought me up in prophetic ways, staked his claim and won a grant of land. I helped him with a campaign led by 6 dancing girls from the French territory, all dressed as Jehovah's Witnesses. What my old master did not realize was that I was really helping myself. Mind you, the beach is hardly worth having these days. The worshippers have dwindled to a mere trickle, and we really have to fight for every new convert. They all prefer high life to the rhythm of celestial hymns. And television too is keeping our wealthier patrons at home. They used to come in the evening when they would not easily be recognized. Now they stay at home and watch television. However, my whole purpose in coming here is to show you one rather eventful day in my life. A day when I thought for a moment that the cause of my old master was about to be fulfilled. It shook me quite a bit. The Lord protects his own. Kind. Fantastic word. The trials of Brother Jero. Very, very funny. Jero boy. Tribute to Wole Soyinka, winner of the Nobel Prize, before our very eyes. Yes, this was published by Spectrum. If you remember the old man you've back out of. That's why I love Ibadan. Ibadan for me is the center of academic work. I wish I had more time to spend in Ibadan. 1973. Rex. Wow. The unappeasable price of appeasement. Wole Soyinka. This is one of his recent works. Wow, we have 2 minutes to go now. This was 2011, so let's rush it and just show you the books. Oh, the Lion and the Jewel. That's another very, very interesting one. Yeah, this is the one referred to the Alapata. Yes, I have the Alapata, a play of giants. This is the one that won him the Nobel Prize, the Death and the King's Husband. That's the famous play. Which one is this? This is Ishara. This is one of his autobiographies. This is the roadmap of a nation. This is about how the Road Safety Corps was founded. A lot of people don't remember that it was Soyinka who was the first chairman of the Federal Road Safety Corps. Okay, that's Ibadan. Wow, some of them are in double. That's the Shara again. I have 2 of that. That will go to my other library. And that is the man died again. So I said it. I have 2 of that too. That will go to my other library. So that's it. Dead on time. Unfortunately, I couldn't be joined by my friend and brother, but it's fine. He made an effort. So I thank the Right Honorable Rotimi Chibuke Amechi for joining us. And I thank RMD, Baba. God bless you always. And today, Mommy G.O. Yes, Mommy G.O. Today is her birthday. And I have special shout out for her from the prayerful woman of God, Iya Adura, Reverend Mother Abimbola Esther Jayi, sends special greetings to her. Congratulations, Mommy Gio. We love you, we love you, we love you, man. Thank you so much for all your kind prayers always. Yes, today again, the Yalaje of the world. Princess Toyin Kolade, yes, the great businesswoman. Today is also her birthday. Okay, it's packed full today. Okay, we will try and find time to celebrate each and every one of them later. But if you go on my page, you will see that I've uploaded the birthdays. But we just needed to celebrate. Yes, Bros Kungi. Thank you. Which one is my favorite? Jojo Godi. My favorite is still the Mandine. I love the Mandine because of its political nature and because I've also spent time in detention. I don't call it prison. I was not in prison, I was in detention. But detention is also being in prison. At Alagbon, yes, I love the Lion and the Jewel. I love it too. So I think we've tried our best. God will bless us for it. God will bless you for sitting here for so long. All my good friends, if I haven't mentioned your names, please forgive me. There are so many. Let me see. There are so many. Yes, our regular or Monike Ikeade, thank you so much. I don't know where you are joining us from, but thank you so much. Yes, the Right Honorable Chibuke Rotimi Amachi, I've mentioned. I want to thank him again and again and again. Yes. Wow. Yes, DC Ogoloma, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Wow. It's always good to see that people are committed, to celebrating the best of Africa. I'm so impressed. It's not easy at this time of the day to they are playing my music. Oh. Duduke. There's no way I won't dance. In fact, Simi should come and pay me for promoting the song.
First, let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know, say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is beat like you can do. Cause now you are too so I am I sing for you wanna be like you can do. Baby, now you are so big on what do you see, I may not give the world to you, but I give you what I have. Oh, baby, you are my angel. Who do I like? Should you know say every day I pray for you? Oh, in my heart there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is beat like you can do. Cause now you are too so high. I sing for you wanna be like you can do. Baby, now you are so big, I am only for you to be
Wow.
Oh, Lily. Ballet. Nice to meet you. I got night. Betty Buster. Say you can have my daughter. Make me link up later. Betty Buster. It go shock you like that. When you see the wire. Yeah. When you enter. Which one you say? You know, if you just person like me like that. Yeah. So tell me how was I to know? Say, which one you say? You know what I'm giving your heart. Baby, I'm never letting go. Nice to meet you. I got night, Betty, but I am not a man, but I could spray you down as you water. Nice, full of you, giving you nice, loving fire. Yeah, to my son, I'm a loving girl. So what you say, you know, because person like me like that. So tell me how was I to know? Say what you say, you know what I'm giving your heart. Baby, I'm never letting you. Pastors dog, thank God back, queen of that, thank God back, look jack, baby, I kiss out. Skip the lamb, baby, see the talking about. She say, pipe me up, so I'm not your blonde guy. Which one you say, you know, the trust person like me, like that. Yeah, so tell me how was I to know? Which one you say, you know, what I like you, baby, baby, I'm never letting go. Big smoke, stop.
Beautiful songs. Beautiful. Beautiful. But Duduke, that's it. This year, I beg.
As a people, so with one voice, we're a nation undivided and voice. We will take us down and build our land to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom rise and truth prevails. Our land, where there's hope for us all. Our land, where there's hope for us all. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we'll get there. We'll defend our land. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and one day we'll shine like the
Yes. So it's time to go now. We've done very well. Give me Duduke one more time, then we go. I want to dance the Dukai one more time, then I'll be ready to go. That's my favorite song currently. I'm sure Amazon.com, you can get any book on Amazon.com.
First let me say you, I can't wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know, say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart to get a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like you do. Cause now you are true, so I am very young. I sing for you, wanna be like you do. Baby, now you are good before I am very young. What the hell? See, I may not give the world to you, but I give you what I have. Oh, baby, you are my angel. Could you wanna leave it? Should you not say every day I pray for you? Oh, in my heart, there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like you do. Cause now you are true, so I am standing on your face. I sing for you, wanna be like you do. Baby, now you are good before I am standing on your face. Only for you, it'll be like that. I sing for you, my baby, oh.
Wow, it finished so quickly. Wow, I can play it 10 times a day. I won't mind. Okay. I promise you, it's the last time I'm playing it. That lady needs to pay me for promoting it. Kind. But when a work of art is good, that's it.
I can't wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know, say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart to get a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like you do. Cause now you are true, so I am very young. I sing for you, wanna be like you do. Baby, now you are good before I am very young. What the hell? See, I may not give the world to you, but I give you what I have. Oh, baby, you are my angel. Could you wanna leave me? Should you not say every day I pray for you? Oh, in my heart, there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like you do. Cause now you are true, so I am standing on your face. I sing for you, wanna be like you do. Baby, now you are good before I am standing on your face. Only for you, it'll be like that. I sing for you, my baby, oh.
much. Thank you so much. So we'll meet again at 8 o'clock this evening. Yes, for a serious discussion with the senior special assistant to the vice president, Pastor Lalu Akonde. You want Dr. Mike Adenuga on my platform? Okay, I will enter special prayers. I will enter fasting, both together. Okay, and then we can have the Odogu himself. Okay, I will pray and I will fast so we can have Dr. Adenuga, the spirit of Africa. Okay, you also want Dangote. Okay, nothing is impossible. Odo. President Muhammadu Buhari. Okay. Wow, thank you so much. We've passed our time, but I was enjoying your company right here. Can we have General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida? Okay, I will try. I'll give him. I'll speak to Ajia Aisha Babangida. Yes. If she's able to fix it for me, I'll be very happy. Ajia, if you are watching, you are listening, people are asking for that deal that I must talk to him. So you can see now I've sent a message. If she's not watching, if any of our friends is here, please tell Ajia Aisha Babangida that Dele Momodu is looking for her dad urgently for a good interview. You know, he's always a charmer. He has his charms. Yes, it's always a delight when you watch him speak. Very intelligent man. Anyway, so let's go now. Let's go. God bless you all. God bless you all. And may God give you cause for celebration. Man will celebrate you. God will celebrate you. The angels in heaven will celebrate all of you for staying with us. Thank you so much. And goodbye till 8 o'clock. Then at 10 p.m., hey, today is packed for me. At 10 p.m., I'm also being interviewed. So please watch out for that. You know, when I'm interviewed, I'm always in my element. So don't worry. So this time I'm going to be the one sitting down on the hot seat and I'll be interviewed. So if you go on my page, you will see all the promos and everything. So thank you. God bless you. Okay, music, and then we go.
Girl, after you get over. I don't really care if you're older. Baby, gonna rise from your shoulder. Oh no, let us go far away, miles away, far away. To a place where no one can be there. Happy day, let us go far away, miles away, far away. Where no one can be there. Baby, let us fly away. Fly away. Give me yes, give me proper. Give me sugar, give me that.